We're back, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome back to the Crank Gathers. The Crank Gather Season 4, Group A, Week number 2. Welcome. We are mid-series, or mid-broadcast, I should say. We just wrapped up with Onside versus StalnieBalls, and now we've returned with our next series of the broadcast, another best-of-5 team league match between StalnieBalls, and if we lose, it's Crank's fault. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Let's go. For those that are just now tuning in here, this is, of course, a team league featuring StarCraft Evolution, not StarCraft 2. StarCraft Evolution is a mod that does pit together Brood War versus SC2 in a best-of-5 format here for this event. And again, it's always Brood War versus SC2. That's what the mod is balanced for. The mod is not balanced for Brood War versus Brood War. Bear that in mind. Is balanced for the other kind of opposing matches in mind, and we're getting ready for this best of 5. This is also, of course, a pro league style format where teams, we have a best of 5 constructed by a bunch of best of 1s teams. They do field players and they do reveal lineups days ahead of time, so then teams have time and players have time to prepare for their upcoming matches. Let's go. So we have that preparation based format as we are switching our scenes over and catching up on our upcoming series. Let's go. So, for those that are unaware, if we lose, it's Crank's fault is a pretty hefty team. It is basically GgMaChine plus Percival, so Rogue, SOS, Creator, and Trap. They've all joined forces here. Instead of having Cure and Maru to fully round off that GgMaChine lineup, they have Percival instead. Cure is on Team Liquid, Maru's on Onside, Percival did join to give some Terran support for the team instead. So GgMaChine plus Percival minus Cure and minus Maru, and we'll see how they compare here. I mean, again, they have a pretty hefty lineup, and they're going to be going up against StalnieBalls. First, we have Percival versus MilkiCow in another TVT. Again, we've been casting a lot of TVTs in StarCraft Evolution last week and this week as well. Followed by another mirror matchup, Rogue versus GgMaChine in a ZVZ, followed by SOS versus YoungYakov in a PVZ, and then Creator versus Shameless in a PvP. A bunch of mirror matchups here. TVT, ZVZ, PvP. Now, what is most fun about StarCraft Evolution is that there are mirror matchups in name only. The Brutal Protoss race plays differently to the SC2 Protoss, same with Zerg and same with Terran as well. Like the races, they interact very, very differently from each other. Different dynamics, different approaches, different compositions, different styles. We saw some of that last game, of course, with the mass race style from MilkiCow trying to catch out Maru. Didn't quite work out there. We'll see if he does embrace that mass race style here once again against Percival. Let's go. Game 1 is going to be on Fear and Faith. Jumping into game 1, jumping into our fresh series. GgMaChine Green Wings of Liberty. Oh no. Again, it's a very, very, I guess, old school, but also in their own way, a very like legendary team, right? GgMaChine, if you remember, they were the last Kesper team to leave. They hung on for quite some time after Kesper did kind of abandon StarCraft, to the point where they even sponsored Sport TV Star League, and they even sponsored SSL as well. So GgMaChine, they dedicated a lot. They did a lot for StarCraft. But here we go. We're getting into our fresh series, and spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Fear and Faith, we have the Red Terran player. The Red Terran player himself representing team. If we lose, it's Crank's fault. It is Percival. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the Blue Terran, the Brood War Terran representing StalnieBalls. It is MilkiCow. So let us go as we are jumping into our fresh series, and welcome to Fear and or Faith. Fear and Faith does have a unique aspect, of course, unique feature, 4-player spawn map. You can spawn in top right, top left, bottom left, and bottom right as well. So 4 possible spawn locations. Now, because we're loading into StarCraft Evolution, I don't know if you can see here, I'm specifically showing you the player POV. There is a marker top left and bottom right here on the minimap, not top right. So bottom right and top left. For Percival, likewise, MilkiCow, he also has a marker on the minimap as well, where it does basically erase top left. So in StarCraft Evolution, whenever you spawn into a 4-player small map, you will get notifications telling you 2 possible spawn locations and erasing one of the options. It does reduce some of the RNG factor, and it does make it easier to know where your opponent has spawned. This is unique to StarCraft Evolution. It's kind of their answer to the RNG nature of 4-player spawn maps, is that it just takes away one of the spawn options. It doesn't mean that you can't spawn there, but once you load into the game, like, you're just notified that they're not there. So both players, they are aware, and with that, we do see MilkiCow. He does scout at Percival here, bottom left. Does find him, and Percival, he will eventually find MilkiCow bottom right as well. They just get each other. Now, just like last game, same build. Racks into factory, into starport, into early race production, I would imagine. Now, Percival has a bit of an advantage here because I'm sure he was watching the Maru series. Remember, the Maru series was the onside versus StalnieBalls was played first. This is now played afterwards, so I'm sure that Percival was watching, I'm sure he was paying attention, and I'm sure he's now recognizing what MilkiCow is doing. Sure, he does recognize. There's that starport on the low grounds. Again, same build, we're setting up for a mass wraith. And so far, Percival, he's setting up in the main, going for racks into reactor into factory. From here, we can attempt an add-on swap. Yep, there we go. And we'll see how Percival will make his approach. If you recall, Maru, he did open up early at safety Cyclone. So with the early Cyclones, he was able to catch out the first Wraith, able to catch out the first tank as well, muster up a defense while he buys time for his own defensive tank and Vikings and Raven production. We'll see if Percival tries to be more proactive and goes into faster Vikings, for example. As the first Vulture does pick up an SCV and a Marine. Uh-oh. There's nothing to defend. Yeah, this the first Vulture getting 2, getting 3. Yeah, 1, 2, 3 SCV kills. Very nice damage here from MilkiCow, bullying the other game units. Ooh, as the SCVs, they do actually shut down the Vulture. Let's go. Shout out to the SCVs. Yeah, shout out to the SCVs. Behind this Wraiths are amassing. As you can see, we already have a second starport, making 2 Wraiths at a time. So mass Wraith out of MilkiCow, just like last time. It's the same build. Again, just same build. Just like against Maru. Meanwhile, Percival, he does have the first Cyclone. He's massing up Marines and going into the tanks. So he only has 1 Cyclone. If you remember, Maru, he built up to 2. I want to say 2, maybe 3, but at least 2 Cyclones. Here, Percival switching to an earlier tank. Interesting choice. And he's hoping to catch the first Wraith. Speaking of, Wraiths are moving out. Do 3 Wraiths, do they 2-shot a Cyclone? Like, I know that they can burst one down quite quickly. If they get close enough, of course. This Raven is also very far forward. MilkiCow, the spotter Rax, does spot the Raven. Yeah, MilkiCow, he wants that Raven. He wants it. Yeah, now moving in. Cyclone's distracted. Oh, should we dive on the Cyclone first? And not quite 2-shot, 3-shot. Barely a 3-shot there. Weren't quite catch the Ravens. With that, takes the Cyclone. 1, 2, 3 SCV kills. Nice damage. And nice damage so far. Getting up to 4 SCVs. Getting up to 5. Oh my god. Yeah, 5, 6 SCVs going to be going down. It's already getting out of hand. It's getting a hand, getting out of control. Marines, they cannot keep up. Not like this. Oof. And catching another Marine. And they say rotate. Yeah, they rotate to the low ground as well, catching up more SCVs, even getting a tank as well. Oh my god, they can 3-shot. Yeah, tank goes down, 7 SCV kills. We can see MilkiCow moving in, keeping up the pressure, keeping up the momentum. And there's no energy. Yeah, there's no energy, there's no auto turrets either. Oof. Messy defense here from Percival is being torn apart. He's being torn apart. And unlike against Maru, MilkiCow, he now can just have his way with his Terran opponent. Just camping the production. Came to the starport. Going for the reactor. Ooh, almost gets the Viking. Almost. Pulls back. Oh, miss rally out of MilkiCow. It's gotta be careful. Does miss rally. Moving in. Does rotate in once again, catching up more CVs. Oh my god. Catching up more workers. Pulling back, rotating over towards that natural. Rotate over, getting one more Raven. Oh. And I'll sniper Raven. I'll sniper Raven, sending him away. Rotating back in. Oh. Nice use of cloak this time. And while this is happening, third CC, right? Third CC is on the way from MilkiCow. He's building up more tanks, getting into cloak, of course, getting into triple wraith production. Does barely avoid that scan. Back into the main. No turrets. Yeah, no safety turrets. Has to be careful though. Getting caught out. Oh, he's trapped. Yeah, losing 1, 2, 3, 4 heavy losses here on the race. Oh my god. Losing everything. Every wraith goes down. So big overextension there from MilkiCow. And is that it? I mean, again, like he was doing so well up until this point, but this is so heavily reliant on building up that wraith count. Without the wraiths, there's nothing. Oh no. Yeah, Vikings, they land, they catch out 2 more tanks. Wraiths, they move in. They punish the Raven at least, but they get punished themselves. Oof. Barely getting out of range here at the scan. Oh no! Goes back in. They're back within range. Scan runs out. Again, scans are limited. Bear that in mind. Yeah, they're very limited here as there's only 2 CCs. No more scans. Percival, he has to back off. Wow, he has to back off. He has to retreat. Free damage to the wraiths. Free damage. Again, free damage so far. Again, we're just getting rowdy. We're getting rowdy here as MilkiCow, he still has the better economy. We can see as Percival gets across the map. Will distract, will harass. He's slowly building up his tank count, building up his Vikings. Still yet to claim the 3rd base, but he's getting there eventually. Jesus. 6 SCVs. Yeah, 6 workers going down. Back at home, race to get caught out. Percival, he is holding. He's building up. And the issue that I have here is that MilkiCow, this style of going Master Wraith is very momentum based. Very momentum based. Like, you need to keep the pressure up, like killing SCVs, sniping Ravens, sniping Vikings. MilkiCow has lost that momentum. He's lost map control, he lost momentum. He lost that earlier when he got caught out, when he overextended. So this is not clear cut, not anymore. Oof. As a race, they do try to fight head on. Do we have that Raven? Percival pulling away, MilkiCow getting a 4th base on location. Getting his 4th and getting a ninja expansion as well. Este MilkiCow is an animal. Going for more bases. Percival still setting up. Let's go researching spider mines. We see MilkiCow taking up as well into a more robust mech army. Still very spread thin. Very spread thin. But he's at least containing. And Percival busy. Catching at a turret, going for the add-ons, going for the upgrades, going for the production. Again, these production buildings are exposed. I need to pull back. Oh, diving the Raven. Raven goes down. Nice snipe. And nice snipe. Ooh, there's the backup Raven though. The backup Raven moves in. Shout to the turret as well, providing vision. Providing detection. Do have attempted harass.
Upgrade complete.
Oh, the Raven getting a little bit bold here, but does catch out all the rates once again. It was this time MilkiCow who was late to react, late to respond. Losing his wraiths. It does lose them. From here, Percival moving in. Going for some harass. Oh. Catching out 1, catching out 2, catching out 3 more wraiths. Yeah, 3, 4, almost 5 wraiths going to be going down. Jesus. Almost. Yeah, he needs to try to bait the army into the scan. We get 1 more scan, catching out 2 more wraiths. At the same time, Percival does break out. He's breaking out, pushing into the bases, and there's nothing to defend. As I mentioned before, like how momentum-based this is, like MilkiCow, he has very little to defend back at home. And these bases are exposed, SCVs are going down, heavy losses for MilkiCow, losses he cannot afford, not like this. Boys are being pulled into the Marines, trying to force friendly fire. Tanks, they move in. And MilkiCow, he will defend, but not without losing 22 workers. Some rough losses there for MilkiCow. As Vikings, they catch out another wraith. Percival will come across another expansion. It is exposed. We can land. Yeah, the Vikings land. More SCVs going to be going down. Tanks are trying to respond. The SCVs do actually escape, though. Yeah, they do get away. There's no Goliaths. Nothing shoots up. And nothing shoots up here. At least top left is uncontested. Back to mining center right or top right. Percival jumping in. Goliath production has begun, and now we just came to production. And we're camping the factories. We'll be camping. Race they move in. Do we have a scan? Ooh, not quite. Vikings, they move into support. Yeah, Vikings, they move in. Ooh, we have reinforcements rallying into a siege line. Messy rally out of Percival. Yeah, we're getting messy. Race, they go for the dive. Oh, not quite able to, though. Every wraith goes down. And tanks, they barely do maintain that map control, that ramp control. Control the ramp. Tank goes down. And MilkiCow, he'll eventually fight for his main, but again, he's still losing so much here. Losing a factory, 11 SCVs. Drop play continues. Again, top right is exposed. So is top left, if Percival was aware. Not quite. Let's see, we're getting rowdy, pappy. Drop comes in. Tar's not enough. Yeah, the tar's not good enough. Oof. As we deny more mining. More reinforcements on the way. The CC will be denied. Might even go down. Oh. And will. Yeah, will go down as well. Massive pickoff. MilkiCow even getting supply blocked after losing the CC. Yeah, it does get supply blocked. Percival is pulling back. Pulls back around. And Percival, he does scout top right just in case. He's yet to check top left. I mean, thankfully it's not fully saturated, right? It's not full saturation, so not the most impactful of bases, but I mean, still doing well here. And Vultures are going for the counterattack. At the same time, Percival, he still will not scout. No. Still doesn't know, baby. These Vultures are going to get out of hand. Yeah, 8 SCVs already going down, getting up to 10. 10 SCV kills. Percival moving in. He has a hefty army. A hefty army, pappy. Catching out 2 more tanks. Armor shred on the main army. Massive stable as well. Tanks are going down. And now we commit. Now we just commit in. There's a scan just in case. Takes out all the wraiths. Percival forcing his way forward. At the same time, we're going to be losing an entire mineral line. 24 SCVs. Oh my god. Just a handful of vultures. No, no. Not again, Pappy. I'm getting some Shameless flashbacks. True. Again, Vulturass is so annoying to deal with. It's so annoying, boys are being pulled. Vikings, they land. Yeah, they land, they buffer. Gee, that's still a lot of tanks, though. And MilkiCow is holding. Wow, MilkiCow, he does hold on. He breaks out of his natural. Pushing. Meanwhile, Percival, now he's out top left. Now he's aware. Now he knows. The entire time. Oh, and some messy control here. Percival bleeding out Vikings. Vikings going down. Ravens going down. Expensive losses here for Percival. Trying to maintain the high ground. At this point, MilkiCow, he's kind of done with the race. He's still making 2 at a time. Still mixing them in. And he does mix them in. Again, a much heavier tank count as well. Percival, he's just rallying, trickling in with his fire. Oh. Barely holding. And barely try to hold on. Nice stim. Gets one more tank. Oh my god, the Goliath. Sorry, the Valkyries. Just the one. Just one rallies in. Again, both players just rallying into their deaths here, but we can see the mass Goliath should be enough. Yeah, should be enough. So we have our Goliath reinforcements. MilkiCow maintaining that stronger army, pushing forward. Retakes top right. Getting another expansion. Is this what Percival just lands the CC and morphs into planetary? Is that what's... Is that gonna happen? Morph it in, Babby. Morph it in. The planetary. There it is! Planetary is morphing in! It's happening. Ah, no. At the same time, we're going for a bit of a doom drop. Uh-oh. MilkiCow rotating to the top side as well. Percival doesn't really have much to defend. Dropping into the main. Percival's in trouble. Oh, that's a big reaction there. That's a big response. So now some liberation. And liberators have arrived. Trying to go Lib Tank Viking. Goliath save Warlord in top left. These races are still a problem. Again, they force out so many scans throughout the course of the game. It's insane. Just how many scans at the same time. Looters, they try to catch up the main army. Oh. Sieging up. Catching out 2 tanks. Another 2 should go down here. Yeah, Marauder Sims in. Marauder Sims in. Planetary. Oh, let's go. The Planetary has 19 kills. Let's go. The Planetary finished. Kills the mineral line. Este Planetary. And still getting messy. And so you're messy. Race they move in. Clean up the army. You do need another scan. Raven has arrived. Oof. Sniping the science vessel. I will say that Percival, he has still been able to maintain his Viking count. So as his Viking, so as his air control. Has to be careful. Planetary will kill the CC. Will kill the command center. Oh. And at this point, we are actually cutting the map in half. Oh no, we're going to be here for a while. The map has been cut in half. We still have these top center bases and southern center bases, which are much more exposed, which have yet to be taken. But otherwise, base count is now even. Now let's go to the 21-minute Marauder drop. Let's go. Again, MilkiCow's army much more immobile. Deny more mining at the same time. Oof. Vultures, they do rally in, but they run into the planetary. Let's go. The planetary shuts down most of the vultures, but not quite the final one. Yeah, one vulture gets in. Oh, tank is on A move. Stuck in the refinery. We did see a big reaction to the northern harass, and we do see Percival moving in. He's moving into the main. As MilkiCow responds to the northern threats, moves into the main base. Ooh, I want to say that was a spider mine. That was a lot of damage. Jesus. Yeah, run into a spider mine. Does get on top of the star pool. Those are some heavy losses there for Percival. Jesus. And once again, race, they do force the army back. Force them back. Percival force the lift. Force the pull out. Nice armor shred. The Liberators have arrived. We have the reinforcements. This is a very Goliath-heavy army. Very heavy Goliath. This time spider mines that won't connect. There's only one tank behind this. Only one tank. The bio army stims through. And not enough tanks. Not enough tanks. Not enough splash damage. The bio army can just stim and win. Goliaths, they cannot hold their own. Not like this. We need tanks. We need those tanks. Percival jumping into the natural. The Liberators decided to bully back the ground army. And how many rays do we really have left? 6. Okay, 6 rays left. We have to fight for air control. Massive damage here on the Goliaths. They try to rotate in. They get caught out. Oof. Barely gets away. Ray pulls out. Shouts to the Valkyries. Oh, the splash damage. Jesus. You can see just a couple of Valkyrie shots. And the Vikings get shut down. Valkyries, they're crazy, pappy. Oh, with that, just one Viking left. Oof. The race, they're holding on. Takes down both Vikings. Oh my god. And Percival is so close to breaking the main. He's so close to getting himself the production. One of the libs does overextend. And Liberator does push too far forward, catching at 1, 2, 3, almost up to 4 Liberators. And Percival did overextend. Going to be forced back. And these are some rough losses here. Percival, he lost all the Vikings, he lost all the Ravens, he lost almost all the Liberators as well. Some heavy losses there for Percival. And again, he barely did not get into the main, did not get on top of the production. At this point, though, a bunch of the production is here. Yeah, it's at the 3rd location instead. And now being rebuilt in the top right base as well. So the main base is very bare bones at this point. Very bare bones. I think that's only where the starports are. Yes. Okay. Which is important, for sure. All the starports are still in the main. Meanwhile, double drop here into the mineral line. Decent damage. Will be cleaned up. It's going to be one way. At the same time, that one vulture. I like how we rebuilt a second planetary. It's still not within range, by the way. A nice round. Nice round. Just like it's thrown away. MilkiCow does commit in. He's committing in. Now he has a robust army. Build up a siege line. Has more rates as well. There's not enough Vikings here. Yeah, we're throwing down order turrets in a panic. They hold their own. Turrets, they do hold their own. Oof. But these are some rough losses here for Percival. Likewise, running into more tanks. Boys being pulled. The boys, they defend. And again, it feels like Percival is bleeding out too much. He's bleeding out far too much at this point. MilkiCow is about to max out. 16 SCV kills. Catching up most of the high-tech units. That's messy play from Percival. He's trying to switch into Mass Raven, actually. Going for the Mass Raven switch. We'll see how well this works. Bearing in mind we do have a Goliath Wraith heavy army. Do we have any Valkyries left? No. 0 Valkyries would be ideal. No Valkyries from MilkiCow. Instead, pushing top left, ignores the army, goes to the mineral line. The Vulture harass, not again. It does hit the SCVs. Does cripple the economy. Race to deal with the planetary. As we even catch reinforcements running down the minefield. And again, just a messy defense here from Percival, who's trying to engage. Oh my god. Bleeding out 2 more Ravens. Yeah, bleeding out more Ravens. Spider-Mines are set up, just cutting off reinforcements, catching other tanks. Can we drag him in? Can we drag him? He's trying. Nah, they see. Yeah, we get the scan. We have the Ravens as well. Cleans up the minefield. But the planetary is going to fall. Oof. Yeah, losing the planetary. And Percival, he's down to 17 SCVs. He's down to 17 workers, barely an economy. He still has a pretty robust army. Again, Mass Raven has some potential. Going for the disables. Order charts as well. Trades very efficiently. Jesus, so many disables. Disables everything. Disables little. GG. Yeah, GG gets called. First, he's broke. He's broke. He's running out of steam. And MilkiCow, he will take game number 1. GG. Whew. GG, well played with that. MilkiCow, he will claim a lead in the series. A very, very strong lead here for MilkiCow. Again, it was very intense back and forth here. It did feel like Percival, he was kind of like fumbling his way through the game, trying to figure out what works, what doesn't work. As I mentioned before, Percival, he's a little more inexperienced in StarCraft Evolution and had some strong moments, don't get me wrong, but there were a couple of key moments from MilkiCow which did allow him to sustain some losses, referring to the ninja bases, right? MilkiCow, he had for so long the northern 4th base and top left up and running, and it did mean that even though we saw Percival early on especially have some better fights and better engagements, MilkiCow could afford those losses. He could afford those losses, he could afford those trades, so he was able to survive that. Once we got into a longer and later game, that's where Percival started slipping up a little bit more and making more mistakes, and where MilkiCow was able to stabilize and take his side of the map as well. GG. GG, well played. Again, a very intense, very back and forth, but in the end, Percival just could not keep up with the efficiency and also with the harassment of MilkiCow. GG. GG, well played. With that, MilkiCow will take a lead for StalnieBalls. Now we're going to be loading into game number 2. Going to be loading into Rogue versus GgMaChine. The quote-unquote mirror matchups continue. Let's go. Let us go. We're going to be jumping in. So again, StalnieBalls, they take a lead in the series. But this is going to be an interesting one here. Again, Rogue, he was looking very, very solid, very competent when it comes to his previous showing in StarCraft Evolution. Likewise, GgMaChine is also a lot more well-versed as well. They both have a little bit more experience in this, and we'll see. We'll see how they compare. As we're loading into Polopoid. And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Polopoid, we have the blue Zerg player. The blue Zerg player representing StalnieBalls, leading the series 1-0. It is GgMaChine. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the Brood War Zerg player representing. If we lose, it's Crank's fault. And so far, it's looking like it's Crank's fault. It is Rogue. Este Crank, papi. Yeah. We're jumping into our ZVZ. Just catching up. Is Sarah versus Thermal coming up soon or after? It'll be in 12 hours. As Kura did mention in the chat, we are going to be covering the Group B matches tomorrow, or again in 12 hours time. That'll be Group B. For now, hello. We do have a very early gas and early pool timing here from GgMaChine, so a much more aggressive start out of our blue Zerg player. Rogue opening up hatch first. Welcome to Polopoid. Remember, there's a 4-player spawn map, 4 possible spawn locations, and GgMaChine will see if he can find his opponent, and we'll see how aggressive he plans on being. Now, with the early gas, we're expecting fast link speed. We could stay in gas, and this could be a Bane Bust. This could be a Bane Bust out of GgMaChine. And Rogue, depending on his experience with ZVZ, like in StarCraft Illusion, sorry, we will need some side defense. Remember, for Brood War Zerg, they don't have Banelings themselves. They don't have defensive queens. What do we need to defend? Sunken colonies. We need colonies to defend. Without them, it's not going to be a defense. So lings are amassing. We have 6 lings on the way. GgMaChine is soon about to have 100 gas for ling speed. Again, we're rushing ling speed. And stays in gas. Bane Bust. So it's going to be a Bane Bust. It's going to be an all-in. Rogue does throw down his second hatchery here. Walling up. Throws in his macro hatchery. Overlord is found. GgMaChine knows. And he's aware of the spawn location. Lings are revealed. The GgMaChine is rushing towards the natural. Bane Nest gets thrown down. As I mentioned, because of the continued gas income here, it did scream Bane Bust. Did scream it. Machine poking in. It does poke in, catching up some lings already. Again, without any colonies setting up here, it's going to be a tough hold. Rogue trying to buy some time. Dragging GgMaChine away. Lings are to engage. Slightly better there for GgMaChine. Slightly. The Bane Bust is coming. What? One base lair? Oh, Rogue is dead. What is this? What? I didn't even notice. I did notice something weird going on in the production time. He's going 1 base lair, Pappy. He's crazy. Going for another macro hatch as well. 0 colonies to defend. 0 side defense. And with that, the Bane Bust is going to be coming. And there's no shot Rogue holds against this. No shot, Pappy. This is illegal. 1 base lair into another macro hatch. We need to fully... There we go. He's going to try to fully wall off. The Banelings are revealed. Yeah, Banelings are revealed. Lings are going to be flooding in. We're setting up a wall, but this is so late. It's so late. It's so delayed. This should not be in time. Shouldn't be. We have a secondary wall. I mean, these colonies, they might be able to finish in time. Meanwhile, the Banelings are coming in. The Banelings. What do we connect with? Here we go. Colonies are coming. No shot they finish in time. And we're choosing to hold on to the Banelings here to not break down that first wall. The hatchery should fall. I mean, there's still... there's a gap. There's a gap in the wall. We're flooding in. Get us put in, collapsing the army. Banelings, they smash into the lings. Yeah, the Zerglings, they go down. The sunken colonies is going to be surrounded as well. We have 4 colonies on the way, and they should be surrounded. Denies 1, denies 2, denies 3, and 4. GG. GG gets called. Rogue is an animal. And GgMaChine takes a 2-0 lead in the series for StalnieBalls. GG. GG, well played. Blindly Rogue, he was going hatch gas pool into a double gas, into skipping link speed, fast lair, insanely fast lair, going for another macro hatch as well. Just the greed was insane. Hyper greed out of Rogue. And in the end, it was a build or win. Build or win for GgMaChine. Going for the Bane Bust, going for the all-in, punishing the hyper-intense greed of Rogue. And with that, StalnieBalls, they're suddenly up 2-0. They're up 2-0. And they're 1 game away from just claiming the entire series here and now. We're on match point. We're on match point. Again, Rogue. He's an animal. Being so greedy in that game. And no shot he gets away with it. And again, did not get away with it. With that, we have our next game set up for us. Unfortunately, not on match point. It's going to be on Blackrock. Let's go. Going to be loading into Blackrock here. That's our next game. It'll be SOS versus YoungYakov. So just setting up the title. And spawning in the top right-hand corner of BlackRock, we have the South Korean Protoss player. We have the Red Protoss. The SC2 Protoss down in the series. Can he bounce back for if we lose it's Crank's fault, or is it Crank's fault? It is SOS. It's always his fault. And spawning in the bottom hand corner, we have the Brood War Zerg player. We have the Blue Zerg representing StalnieBalls, up 2-0, 1 game away from claiming the series and pulling off just a clean sweep. It is YoungYakov. Let's go. Let us go, as we are going to be opening up here. Welcome to BlackRock. BlackRock has some interesting features, as I mentioned previously. It does have a very open third and very open fourth base. Very open expansions here. It does make it difficult for the Protoss player to be defensive and to turtle up. Very difficult to be defensive, very difficult to turtle up. As a result, we saw this come into play previously in the last series between Shameless and between Zaun and GgMaChine, where Zaun, he tried to be hyper defensive. He tried to build up into a longer game, but he got punished. Sorry, I say GgMaChine by YoungYakov, actually. True. YoungYakov, he already took down Zaun earlier, and if you can take down Zaun, you can take down SOS. Now, I would imagine that SOS was watching that series, and I would hope that he did recognize that, again, Zaun going into a Colossus rush was crazy. Like, there's a lot that came into that series. But for those that weren't here for it, Zaun, he went for a Robo Opener into a Disruptor Drop into Colossus, then into attempted Sky Toss. And because of the Robo Opener, that prompted YoungYakov to open up Spire into Scourge. And the Scourge completely shut down any attempted Colossus play and Sky Toss thereafter. So it was a very, very messy mid-game out of Zaun, and he couldn't defend his bases. He got torn apart. Like, Zaun was just torn apart. SOS, I'm hoping he was watching that series, and I hope that he doesn't fall into the same pitfall of going and relying on Colossi. Seeing like a Blink-based opener into Storm would make a lot more sense to get into the mid-game, but we'll see. SOS is not the most orthodox of players. I will say that SOS has been playing a lot more standard in recent years. Like, I feel like the reputation that SOS garnered being hyper cheesy and hyper aggressive, that's like years gone by. Like, he's not really that kind of player anymore. But we'll see. We shall see. What do we bring out? For now, we do see that YoungYakov is going for the early Hydra Den. Remember, for Brood War, Hydras are hatch tech. They're not lair. They're not lair. But last time we saw YoungYakov on this map, he did rush into a fast lair into a lurker rush. So we'll see if he does the same. No, this time is working on his Hydra speed upgrades. Building his Hydras. Overlord does move out to scouts, and will eventually confirm the tech of choice. It is going to be a Twilight Council opener. Remember, Zaun went Robo, SOS going Twilight Council. This is going to lead into an earlier Twilight Council upgrade, an earlier Gateway Aggression. This can go into a charge-based all-in, can go into Glaive Adepts, or it can go into Blink. What's it going to be? Technically, it could be like a DT opener, like Dark Templar into an Archon drop. Technically. Not too fond of it, considering that Overlords are detectors. And it's going to be a charge all-in. Okay, so 2-base charge all-in out of SOS. I was curious why he only had 2 workers mining gas here, but now it makes more sense. So you don't need much gas for this. Hydras are revealed. Yakov is not droning, by the way. Like, I was just being like, oh no, yeah, we have a charge-based opener, we're building up. YoungYakov is all in. He's going for a big 1.5 base all in. You can see here he has half saturation, macro hatchery just for larva, and we're flooding lings across the map. It's all or nothing. We're just going straight for the all in. Back at home, Zealots are not ideal defensively. Zealots are not ideal, and we have limited gas income as well, which means you can't warp in many stalkers. This might just be over. This might just be over here. The pylon is going to be focused on. Massive pick of depowers everything. The Artosis pylon goes down. The Robo's depowered. The battery as well. Hydras, they start step forward. They ensure that the pylons are not going to finish. They're not going to finish up. Not like this. As we just start step once again. Catching out the Stalker. There's one more pylon on the way, and we can focus it down. Instead, we're going for the Robo, but yeah, there it is. The question mark. Oh no. It's his fault. It's his fault. True. GG, welcome. GG, well played. Question mark. It looks like this week it is Crank's fault. GG. Hi. GG, well played with that. StalnieBalls, they will claim the series 3-0. Strong showing. I think this is the first 3-0 of the group stage. Like, I could be mistaken, but I don't think we've had this dominant of a showing before. But they will claim the series 3-0. It was back and forth, specifically game one. Like, Percival versus MilkiCow was very intense, was very close, very back and forth. Meanwhile, these last two games have been a lot more concise, a lot more, just a little more crisp, I should say, from the StalnieBall players. And with that, StalnieBalls, they do claim the series 3-0. Meanwhile, if we lose, it's Crank's fault. This week they lost, which means it's Crank's fault, baby. GG. I love the question mark into ... into Crank. Yeah, true Este Crank, baby. GG, well played with that. Congratulations to StalnieBalls. Big win for StalnieBalls, by the way. Big win for StalnieBalls. They do claim the win. Oh, right, sorry, before I get ahead of myself here, I almost forgot. So StalnieBalls, they will win the series, but we will still play game 4. Regardless, just because of seeding. For seeding purposes, there's a little bit less weight behind it because StalnieBalls, they've won the series straight up, so a little bit less weight behind it, but for seeding purposes and for overall map scores and point scores as well, game 4 will still be played. We're going to be jumping into Creator versus Shameless PvP on match point, but it is not match point. Let's go. Uno más, papi, uno más. Set up here, Creator, Shameless. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of match points, we have the red Protoss player. We have the Brood War Protoss representing. If we lose, it's Crank's fault, and we have confirmation. This week it is going to be Crank's fault. It is Creator. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have the blue Protoss player, the blue Protoss himself, representing StalnieBalls. They've already won the series, but here we're here to just farm some extra points. It is Shameless. Let's go. And let's go. Let's see the chat. Why are they hitting on the Crank? Oh, they're memeing. Like, it's they're all good friends. The team name is just, it's a meme. So it's all in good fun. It's all in good fun. It's all in good faith. It's not like they're bullying Crank or anything like that. No. They're having fun. If you want the story behind it, I'm pretty sure it's because Crank, he told them to play together. Like, he told them to compete. So because Crank pressured them to play, you know, then if they lose, it's his fault. That ties into it. I want to say that's the backstory there. For now, though. For now, we're going to be opening up again. Welcome to Match Point. Match Point is honestly a really fun map. Very short rush distance by ground. Does have a ramp coming in between the bases as well. So we do have a stronger defensive setup here outside of the natural, but we do have a high ground right outside of the third. This is a brutal position. We've seen many a push here just break a defending player. This third base is so difficult to defend if you lose control of the high ground. True. If you lose control. Hello, Shameless. One base all in. We're going for the proxy. I'm getting a bit ahead of myself. It's going to be a 2-gate opener into a pylon. Looks like we are setting up for a proxy. Could still be a Stargate. Doesn't have to be a Robo. We'll see. Cybercore is about to finish. And bam. Show us what you got. Robo, one base all in. So Shameless is going for the one base all in. Creator back at home, opening up 2-gate into Dragoon range, into double Dragoon production. Creator, he scouts, he does see that a pylon is missing. So Creator, he knows something is wrong. It could be real, it could be fake, it could be a Robo, it could be a Stargate, it could be a gateway. Creator, he only has a piece of the puzzle so far. Crank drafted the team against their wishes, you know, yes. Force them to play. As Creator, he is looking and he will barely miss the scout. He was so close. So close yet so far. Barely does miss. At the same time, you can see that Creator is scouting top left as well. Again, looking for the proxy location. Looking for the proxy. He's searching. He's looking and searching. It's like the Pommy meme who always acts out. Yeah, I mean, the Pommy meme is, I feel like it's a little bit newer, but sure. Similar. Shameless, he be dropping into the main. Going with the double adept into immortal production. Meanwhile, we do have a Reaver opener here out of Creator. You have Robo into Shuttle into Reaver. Adepts able to hit first. And they do get into the mineral line. And getting 1, getting 2, getting 3. Oh, 2. Okay, 2 probes going down. Jesus, how many Dragoons do we have? Creator has built up a hefty amount of Dragoons. Immortals coming. I'll be honest, with the amount of Dragoons off of 2-gate production that Creator's built up, I feel like he's fine. Like, Immortals are good. I don't think they're that good. I mean, we got 8 Dragoons. That's a lot of Dragoons, Pappy. And it's soon to be a Reaver as well. Yeah, the Reaver's on the way. The army does fully unload, true. Does fully unload. Oh. One volley off here on the prism. First Dragoon is going to go down. Gets 1. Yeah, gets 1. It gets soon to be 2, soon to be 3 Dragoon kills so far. 2 Dragoons going to be going down. Warpins are continuing. Shameless, he's getting a foothold. He's getting a foothold here, but the Reaver has arrived. Skype shot is coming in. Do we dodge a shot? Do we dodge? Do we dodge? Up! Oh my god. Does connect. Does catch out one of the sentries. Meanwhile, another shot here on the Immortal. Boys are being pulled. A prism goes down. There's no juggling. Not anymore. Oh my god, the Skype shots, they connect. They're connecting. Oof. And with that, the Immortals, they are being shut down. Oh, I say that too soon. Yeah, the Reaver does full. Messy engage, messy fight. In the end, the Immortals going to go down to the boys. The probes, they give chase. They bring it down. And Creator holds. Creator, he's holding. He's holding on just barely. And now it's time to counterattack. Creator breaks out. Meanwhile, back at home, I do like this. Stargate is on the way. Okay, for the Stargate, with this can be a secure way to shut down the shuttle. To shut it down. So far, Creator is staying back. He wants that prism. Who catches who? Oh. Shameless, he does commit a little bit further in. Commits a little bit further in. Should not lose the Immortal or the prism. We're now pulling back, and Phoenix production has begun. Again, Phoenixes, they can shut down the shuttle and also lift the Reaver as well. Can crowd control. I guess what's most tense right now is that it's 1 base versus 1 base. No one has expanded, not yet, but I may have spoken too soon. The probe is getting in position. Yeah, Shameless wants to expand. Nice new art on the bay. Do appreciate it. Got that new art. Dragoons, they step forward. They do try to lock down the initial Immortals. But they will trade. A lot of Dragoons do go down. Nice save there with the prism. Prism barely gets away. Yeah, the prism pulls out. Creator trying to give chase. We weren't quite able to. Yeah, we'll not be able to. Hello. Shameless is the first to expand. Creator of the probe is activated. Not going to expand, actually. That's curious. But the probe is activated. Moving out across the map. Immortal drops, they continue. Ooh. We'll take a shot to the face. Jesus. Yeah, the prism as well. Shameless, we've got to respect the range of the Dragoons. Respect the range. Shameless pulls back. Shameless pulls back to his natural. Likewise, Creator now does expand. A much later expansion here as the natural race of Shameless is now done. Now finishing up. And the pressure's on Creator. The Observer does spot the move out. So Shameless, he can attempt to intercept. Here come the Phoenixes, which have yet to reveal themselves. And remember, unlike SC2 Protoss, Brutal Protoss has no recall. Not like this. Yeah, not like this. Shuttle gets caught out. It will fall. Massive pickoff. Can we capture the Reaver as well? Can we Tempting, I'm sure, but doesn't risk it. Shameless does pull away. He's scared because he doesn't know where the Dragoons are. Now he does. Ah, that was potential. Lots of potential. But again, Shameless building up that superior economy. Working towards Blink. Meanwhile, we have the Citadel on the way. This is going to be for Zealot legs. So a gateway heavy setup here of Dragoon, Reaver, Zealot. But Creator does need a little bit more time. He's getting there, though. Oh. Service run away. That's the Observer. Really curious to see Cyril playing Brood War Zerg. I've never seen that. I do recommend last week's VODs. Last week, Cyril, he played a bunch of ZVZs. He played against Shin, and I think he played against Solar as well. It was between Basilisk and CRHB. So I do recommend the VODs from last week's broadcast. Because Cyril, his Brood War Zerg was honestly really good. It was really good, really surprising. He was looking very dominant in those ZVZs. Very dominant, which is surprising, which is fun to say because ZVZ is his weakest matchup in SC2, but Brood War Zerg is much more mobile. Much more mobile. I guess to give you a tease to Cyril's Brood War Zerg, because in Brood War, when you morph in Numas has Carapace and Ventral Sacs, it affects all Overlords. So because that we saw heavy drop play, like there was always drops moving out across the map because there were so many Overlords in ZVZ, of course, like so many Overlords in ZVZ, and with all the Overlords suddenly becoming Dropper-Lords, like Cyril, he was just dropping all over the place, and both Shin and Solar had a very hard time keeping up with Cyril. It's crazy. It's in your VODs? Yeah. Should be on YouTube. Should be on YouTube. Meanwhile, Shameless does drop into the main. Okay, diving into the main base, going to be crippling the economy or distracting here in the main base. At the same time, third base is denied. Nice pickup. Denies the third. Going for the Forge, actually. Okay. Does go for the Forge. Taking a lot of hits. And should go down. Okay, does go down. Nice pickups. Stalker's going to be zoned away by the Reavers, but so far Shameless, again, just picking Creator apart. Creator working towards Storm. Now, this is going to be Brood War Storm. It does have a bigger place here in PvP and StarCraft Evolution. Working on that splash damage. Oh, let's go. Proxy Disruptor. But still making use of that robot. Was never found. Never shut down. If you're looking for it on YouTube, do check under the live tab. Bear that in mind. It takes us a little bit longer to upload to, like as an individual VOD. But that was last week. Ooh. The Archon's going to be shut down. Oh, the Scarab shot. Ooh, doesn't quite land. Yeah, not quite. Shameless just maintaining map control. Creator struggling to expand. Shameless getting a fourth base. Double the base counts. Likewise, double the upgrades. Still +0 for Creator because the Forge was sniped earlier. So still lack of upgrades, lack of tech. Shameless further ahead. When at any time, Dark Shrine. Let's go. Dark Shrine is on the way. Don't think he needs it. Ooh. We'll avoid the Reaver shots. We'll avoid those shots. Pulling back. Disruptors are amassing. We have 2 so far. 2 disruptors. Shameless still keeping that main army back at home. Oh. Yo, the travel. The distance that the Reaver shots travel, it's crazy. The Scarab shots. Ah. No. He's going from your creator, pushing on top side. He breaks out. Okay, fine. Those breakouts. He's got his high template. He has Storm. He has a couple of Reavers as well. The army is lagging behind a little bit, and Shameless is going for the backside. We're going for the base trade. Let's go. Yeah, going for the base trade. Creator, he turns back around. Storm on the ramp. Storm does zone. Creator does turn back around. Okay. Still quite tense. I want to say there's potential with the Storms, but at the same time, there's also potential with the Novas. Speaking of, the Observer does see the army. Shows the Novas. First Nova goes off, and will catch one Eye Templar. Yeah, one Templar goes down. Another Nova, catching out the Reaver. So as they blink in, they will take one shot to the face. Oh, some brutal Novas. Yeah, the Novas are popping off. They're catching out the Zealots. The Reavers as well. Got the Nova. Despite that, the sheer amount of Zealots here might still be enough. Nah, not quite. Cannot break through. Miss rally here out of Shameless. Gotta be careful, as Shameless is now maxed. And he's gonna miss rally another Disruptor. Another Disruptor being thrown away. Shameless now a little bit out of position. Ooh, catching out a couple of free Reavers though. Yeah, Reaver's going to be going down. High Templar likewise exposed as well. Blinks in, gets one, gets 2 more Templar. Expensive losses here for Creator. And Creator, he commits. And now he's down to 0 Reavers, only 2 High Templar. Along with the main army. Coming in from behind. Storm with the Immortals. And the Dragoons, they're going to be able to hold their own, but here come the Zealots. Yeah, Zealots take a lapse on in. Dragoons are going down. The Mass Zealot, they overwhelm. And there's no splash damage. There's no more Storms. No Scarab shots. There's just 1 Archon. And that's not enough. That's not enough from here. Shameless snowballs out of control, claims the main army, and it's not going to be a 3-0. It's going to be a 4-0. It's going to be a 4 here. Again, Creator just having such a rough start. He had such a hard time expanding and building up into the mid game, losing his forges, losing the upgrades, losing the third base as well. And GG gets called. Shameless, he will claim the series 4-0 for StalnieBalls. GG. GG, well played. 4-0 in favor of StalnieBalls. Again, game 1 was the closest one. Game 1, I could see going Percival's way, but in the end, GgMaChine, who was able to punish the greed from Rogue and cheese him out. We saw the YoungYakov, he was also able to all-in SOS and catch it with his pants down. Here, more cheese, more aggression, as Shameless went for the 1-base all-in. Creator did survive that all-in, that is true, but Shameless was the first to expand. He was the first to expand, the first to get his natural, the first to get his third base, and the first to gain map control as well. Creator, who was just playing from behind, playing catch-up, and never quite did catch up. GG. GG, well played. So congratulations to StalnieBalls. They will claim the series, and with that we have 1 series left tonight. 1 series to go. It is going to be a... Oh, before I get ahead of myself, I just kind of went over it. You can see the matches before you here in regards to the 4-0. MilkiCow over Percival, GgMaChine over Rogue, YoungYakov over SOS, and Shameless over Creator. So again, this week, it is Crank's fault. It's all his fault, Pap. Yeah. It is gonna be his fault. And with that, we are now getting ready for our 3rd and final best of 5 of the broadcast. Up next, Onside versus Shopify. We are gonna be going on a short break. And when we come back, we'll have that final best of 5. We'll see you soon after the break. See you soon.